everybody, Basket here. I'm here in my base, and today I'm going to work on the Ender. As you saw in the dragon fight video, I built this little nether rack, or nether brick rather, structure. Eventually that'll continue all the way up here with the same sort of lava swirly pattern. But for now it's just kind of a short stubby guy, but I made this little platform here so that I can easily get into the end. So go ahead and just head into the end. So now we're up here. I built this starting little platform. I'm going to pretty this up because at the time I didn't start. When I was building this, I was just using cobble. But and then I built the initial path that leads over to the Ender area. So I'll go ahead and work on the the path that goes out there. So I'll head down there. And then I'll show you guys, I'll probably use my camera guy to show you the actual build. Alright, so there you have it. Here's the tunnel going to it. And I was just on my way back to get some more supplies. When I took the rail, it stopped here because I already had a cart here, and when I exited, it popped me, well, I'm not sure which side it popped me on, but it popped me into the void. So I've decided that it is no longer safe to have a railway in the nether. Or not the nether, the end. So I'm going to get rid of this railway, and people can just run. I think that'll probably be a much safer option. So I'll go ahead and take these out, and I'll meet you at the platform. Alright, so here we are on the platform that this will be the bottom floor of the thing. Let me, just to be safe. Alright, so this will be the bottom floor. This is where I'm going to have the enchanting stuff and the ender pearl chests, and also the anvils are going to be down here, and maybe some other sort of stations. And then I'm going to have one level up, and that'll be where the actual 2 kill spots are. So I'm going to have 2 pillars for the Enderman spawn pads, one on this side and one on this side. So you'll stand on the second floor to actually kill him. And there's my camera guy up there. He's going to be filming. And that way 2 people could be out here. I mean, you could have more, but then you actually have to share the 2 spawn killing areas. Otherwise, you can have 2 people out here enchanting and doing stuff, and they have their own sides, and everything's happy. So I'll start working on that. And then the actual spawn pads themselves, I'm going to base it on Etho's Ender 2.0 that I'm going to link down below in the description. But the rest of this isn't quite exactly what he had, because in that one he had a whole TNT mechanism to kill both sides. But I'm not going to have that part. I'm just going to base the actual each of the spawning pad layers on his design. Yeah, otherwise I think maybe enchanting on this side. I might experiment a little bit just to see kind of where I want things to be laid out. I'll probably have the ladder going up here to the second level, and then I'm going to use hoppers and hopper mine carts to collect the ender pearls to move them down to the chest down here, I think. Should work out pretty well, and potentially have a kind of an overflow thing where you can hit a button and it'll start dumping onto the chest, and that way so there won't be ender pearls everywhere, hopefully. That's the idea. So I'll start construction on that. Alrighty, so here we are up here. The only spots right now that Enderman can actually spawn is in this little thing I made here, and then of course the cameraman scaffolding. So yeah, so there's some guy. That's why I'm wearing a helmet right now, just so that these guys don't start aggroing on me. But so this is the top, or this is, I guess, the right below where the spawning pads are actually going to be. The spawning pads will keep on going up, and then this setup here is actually to reset their fall damage. So assuming I've calculated this correctly, when they fall, they're gonna fall, slow down here, and then once they cross where those buttons are, they'll continue all the way down. And so this should be the correct falling distance, but before I actually build all the platforms, I wanted to make sure this is the right distance. So, and these little rings are to keep them inside of the kill chamber. Otherwise, they might bump each other and kind of fall all over. So what we're going to do to test it is I need to get to 3. Oops. No, that's not what I want. What do I want? F1. There we go. And I need to get up top and push them off. And I guess I will break this. Was it 3? So I can get up top. So I want to bump these guys so that they'll fall off. You too. Okay, cool. So then that part worked at least. So then we will head up top here. And just in case more are going to spawn, so I'll get rid of that. And get rid of my extra little stuff I made here. So in theory, down below, there should be 2 Endermen that are nearly dead. Oh, 4. Okay. Let me grab these, and then we'll head down. And then, so yeah, these are the rings. They're all spaced 2.5 apart, so that way Endermen can't get through them. And then, so we'll head down here. And, okay, good. So they are alive. That's one thing I wanted to test. And then let me just go to F1. Alright, so that'll be... I didn't want to use a sword to do it. Alright, so I'll punch him. Alright. Good. So, that is the proof of concept that this is the correct height for them to land here on this half slab so that they can't spawn here. But so then when they fall, they're going to land with just enough health to just to die as soon as they land. Or, I'm sorry, when you punch them. Yeah. So then you saw some stuff already from when you were over there, but so a little bit of showing it over here. So there's going to be 2 of them here and here, so that 2 people can be up here punching them and stuff. And then a little bit of light, and then we'll head down into the main section. There's ladders going around these 4. Once it actually gets up to the top, I think I can't have it on this side because it'll conflict with the electronics. But ladder here, and then on this side we'll go all the way up. Over here we have the 2 anvils, and then 2 enchanting setups, and then the ender chest and crafting table underneath it. And then right now these chests are all they're just here, but eventually I'm going to wire up hoppers to collect the ender pearls from there, and then put them in some amount of these chests on either side. And I'll probably add in some sort of way with an overflow of ender pearls that actually throw them out into the void, or something along those lines, or at least a way to manually say, empty this chest, and it'll dump a bunch of ender pearls, so that way we won't end up with too many. But yeah, anyway, so I just want to show you this proof that this works before I actually start building the platforms, because if I needed to raise it by a couple or lower it, that I didn't want to have to change all the platforms too. So let's go ahead and start working on that. Alright, so I'm up here now. I'm going to try and build the first one with you guys. I have all the supplies I need, and I just refreshed my memory watching Etho's video that I have linked down below, and so we'll see if I can remember it from the video. If not, I might have to refer to it real quick. But the first thing to do is get rid of these guys, because the first spawning pad is actually going to be right on these squares. I'm kind of worried about those Endermen. Oops. That's not what I do. Hopefully they don't aggro on me. I'll try to look at them. Alright, so first things first, we need to we can use these, I guess. So I need to get each different sort of thing on my bar. So a string I'll do later. Ender pearls, I guess we'll have in the bar in case we fall. And some redstone. Amount of inventory space. Don't need arrows. And I need something else. These guys. Well, I'll come back to those. Okay. So this will work for now. So we want first, we want the piston to be along this line. Right there. Okay. And then over here, same thing. Oh boy. I guess I want a sword on my bar. Hopefully he's not really angry. Or maybe he can't figure out how to get up here. What a pain. I definitely should have changed that platform over there to not have any Enderman on it. Okay, good. Do the same on this side. Over here. And then so there's another 11 on this side. I'll build one with you guys, and then after that I'll build them in fast motion. Okay. So these are the platform first parts. And then we'll do this and this. Get rid of this block. And these guys here. Is this right? I think this is right. Yeah. And then we want this block up here. How do I get up there? Interesting. Okay, there we go. And then this, and that, and this goes away, and that goes away. So I guess I don't have to place them there in the first place. Alright, and then we want the tripwire hook right here, and here. And this gets covered back up. And then we need half slabs over here, and right there. And then these guys get blocks on top of them. And then same thing on this side. So we want this. And I meant to get up there first. I don't know why he takes these out, actually. But whatever. Maybe there's some reason. And then I want stuff on top. And up here. One there. One there. Take this out. Take this out. And then half slabs on top of these. And then the redstone's going to run on top of that. Try to remember this from memory. He had a block here. So on this side there's an optional thing where you can no block there. Okay. So on this side you could just have redstone running along this. But he has an optional thing you can do, which is what I'm going to do. Which is you run some of these out. You have a comparator here. This guy here. This is the subtraction mode. See if I can. I feel like there's something I'm missing here. Yeah, what am I missing? Let me 1 second. Okay, got it. So, in his, he actually has one more block right here. Redstone here, and then all along here. Trying to be careful with that. When I turn, I don't turn towards those guys. Alright, and then he has half slabs all over this, so things don't spawn. And then this is going to have stuff on top of it in a second. Alright, so I think that this part is set up the way that it works. So the signal, so that when this thing goes, this thing will trigger, but then if it stays on, it'll keep on triggering, I believe is the idea. Let me just try this side. Yeah, so pop down here. And if you notice, it's up at the top of where the Endermen are. So I can actually stand here and not have to worry about it triggering when I'm sitting here. So now I will actually, to demonstrate, I'll jump up. Yep, so that worked. Good. And then if they jump to the side. There we go. So there you go. So there is one side of a spawning pad. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. And then I'm going to repeat this process going all the way up. And if you want to see each of how these actually layer up, this will have a block on top of it. And then that'll be the next spawning pad to match up with this. Pretty sure. It might be one lower or higher. But I might show you that in a little bit. I'll have to refer to the video again, because this is the first time I built this. So I need to get up first. And then continue on. So I'll cut to my cameraman. Alrighty, guys. So this is the some of the progress that we've made. I believe I think who made this? Max and Steel, I believe, may have made this. I forget. Somebody else made this path that comes over to the Obsidian platform, and then I made two different quick drops. I think it was Scody that requested some water quick drops, and then of course the stairs to return, or if you don't feel safe using the quick drops, then you could take those. So I'll go ahead and head down here, and then Max put that in for me, but I'll replace it with a cool looking one. That way Enderman don't spawn here. And also there's a suggestion to put in ice underneath this path, so I'll be doing that next. But first I wanted to show you what we have over here so far on the main area, so I'll go ahead and meet you over there. Alright, so as we approach, you can see I still have some of my temporary chests up. I'll be taking those down. This side has hoppers behind it, so that as you kill guys on this side, I turn off the sound because there's a bunch of loud Endermen up there. Then the Ender balls will go into here, so we'll go up. And so these guys, when you kill these guys, there's a hopper system underneath here. I'll have to remove this ladder, I think. Let's go ahead and close this up. Let me see. Like that. That should be the proper spot. Yeah. Just so you don't run into it as you running back and forth in here. So go ahead and close that up. And this. Okay, there we go. Alright. So as you kill these guys, I mean, if they fall over there, then they don't. And eventually I could put in more hoppers, but I ran out of iron. This side doesn't have those, but as you can see, they all die pretty quickly. Or I mean, they, when you hit them, they die quickly. And then this is in case people on the server are watching. This is an extra chest with some extra supplies, so in case something gets damaged, you can repair stuff. So, and then all the way up, everything's all set up. I still don't know exactly why that particular side doesn't look like it's symmetrical. I'm pretty sure it has all the right stuff. It functions properly, but anyway, so let's go ahead and head up to the top. I want to show you something I ran into while I was putting these together, because I put these two sides together so closely. Oh, wait, what's this? That appears to be broken. So for some reason, this side, this doesn't have any string on it. Ooh. Alright, so I'll have to remember this. This side doesn't have any string. I don't have any string on me right now, but for some reason I guess I forgot string on this side. I will fix that later. But yeah, if we head up to the top, I'll meet you up there. Alright, so here we are at the very top. And so what I ended up running into is that I put these guys so close together that these particular mechanics, let me break my way in without breaking anything. Oh, I broke some redstone. Darn it. Right there. Alright. So these mechanics, actually, they're sharing the same thing. So when these guys trigger... Oh, I can't get in there. Hold on. When these guys trigger, it's actually going to trigger both sides. So that's a slight inefficiency. But, I mean, when this guy gets triggered, the guy's going to be pushed pretty quickly. So it's not too bad. But, these ended up being too close together. I think in Etho's design, he might have had these more separated out more, possibly, so that you didn't run into that problem, but I didn't do that. So I guess that's something to consider when if you're trying to follow this same sort of design. You might want to build them a little bit further apart than I did, but I mean, it still works. Works pretty well. I think that some people were timing it, and it's about 1.5 minutes or so to get to, make sure I got everything put together right. Yeah, okay. Looks like everything's okay. About 1.5 minutes to get to level 30, I think. I mean, I'm not sure if at the time it was optimal conditions or whatever, but I think it's a pretty good amount of time. And let's see, is there anything else I want to show you before I put in the ice? I think that should do it. So go ahead and put in the ice, and then I'll show you what that's like after that's done. Alright, so I've replaced it with ice. It's now a half slab and then ice underneath, going the whole length of the tunnel. So let me go ahead and demonstrate. It goes a little quicker. It could be a little quicker if I put in, I believe it's, if you add, what are they, trapdoors up top, but I wanted to keep the look of the tunnel, so I'm going to just keep it the way it is now, but the ice does help quite a bit. And then, because I like the glass, so you can get a pretty good look at the two towers pretty well. So I think that this will end this episode. I'm not sure how long it'll be. I have probably 10 hours or so of footage that I'll probably speed up, and then my different talkie bits. So we'll put it all together and we'll see. Potentially this will be maybe 2 episodes if it's too long, or maybe just one little slightly longer episode. So I hope that you enjoyed watching. If you have any questions on the design, in case I forgot to really explain some part of it, let me know, and I will post it down in the comments or in the next video. So thanks for watching.